Hello. Hey, Megan. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Julie. Sophia. Autumn. Hey, Lynch. No way. Hey. Hey, Sarah. That was supposed to be hi. Hey, Ashley.
Hi.
All right, so means if you want music, there's a good playlist. I'm gonna put another one in there too. This is from the event I did last night, and it's pretty chill. So the first one's a little more, and the second one's a little less. Hi, Bella. You better turn your camera on so I can see you, even for a second, because I miss you. Hi. Hi, James. I'm coming to see you guys soon.
Dude, anytime.
All I need is a little floor space to sleep and food. All right, let's get started in child's pose, and we'll face the moon wall. I'm Danielle, and this is an all levels, all whole body flow. Hi, Margaret. We have people on Zoom with us, lots of people on Zoom with us. So you'll see me over there at the computer sometimes, talking to them, checking on them. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, rock your head side to side a few times. And stretch your arms further forward and your hips further back. In everything you do today, be kind with yourself. Be careful, full of care, careful with yourself. I almost wanted to say the words be easy, but then I was like, sometimes being kind and being careful, full of care, isn't necessarily easy, you know? Sometimes it means staying in plank or chair or boat. So maybe not be easy physically necessarily, or mentally even, but maybe the ease can come in the attitude or way of being when something challenging rises. Come up to tabletop. Start moving your body in any which way. Move in a direction that feels like up, one that feels like down. Move in a direction that feels like to the side and the other side. Also move in ways that feel like in ways that feel like out. And feel free to move out of tabletop if you need to access different types of things. Sit back on your heels, hero's pose. If you need to sit on your bum instead, get your legs out in front of you, that's fine. Bring one hand on your belly. Go belly like above your belly button. So we're going for third chakra. So belly button's like second. So you want to go above the belly button. And then other hand on your heart. So your lower three chakras, energy centers, are all about you. And your upper three, from the throat to the forehead to the crown of your head, are basically all about source, universe, people around you. And it's like the outer ones and the upper ones. But the heart chakra is the bridge. The heart chakra connects you to you and you to everyone. Everyone, all other people and beings. Now open up your arms like you're doing a big hug, going in for a big hug. Stretch really big and really wide. And take it up to the sky. Stretch up high. And then bring it down to heart center. Let's take one Om. Deep breath in. Oh. And bring both hands onto your third chakra, so above your belly button. And I want you to sit up real tall and pull your core into your body. So think like the innermost wall of your belly, pull that in. Like you're pulling back to yourself. Like you're hugging yourself. And third chakra is all about your power. And that includes your carefulness, your consciousness, your consideration. And it also includes your courage, your bravery. Down dog. Even though you don't have your hands to place there right now, bring your awareness, like the hands of your mind, to your heart and your upper belly, your third chakra. See if even upside down, you could hug in. Lift one leg to the sky. Stretch it way high as you can get it. Step up between your hands, drop your back knee down, and go forward and back, flowing lunges. Actually, this action feels really good with the back knee up as well. You do the same thing, you bend and straighten the first leg, the front leg. So it works with knee up or knee down. Ragdoll, step the back foot in. Bend your knees a lot, try to rest on your thighs. Drop your head so heavy. So your head should feel like it's almost like pulling on your spine. That's how heavy you want it to get. Roll up to stand. Come all the way up. Take a huge stretch to the sky. Interlace your hands above. Lean over to one side. Big crescent moon stretch. And I want you to remember this stretch because we'll come back to it way later, just on your back. But when I say crescent moon, now you know what that feels like. Come up through center, other side, crescent moon. Move your hips in the opposite direction of your hands. So your hands go one way and your hips go the other way. Come up, drop your arms, mountain pose. Come onto your tiptoes. Bring your heels up as high as they'll come. If you could stack them right over the toes, do that. Stay on your tiptoes, slow squat down. You're gonna come all the way down to a little squat. So different than yogi squat, you're on your toes and your knees can be together or close together. And then drop the knees, hand on heart, hand on belly. Adjust your seat however you need, okay? Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Downward facing dog. Take your other leg to the sky. Step it through. Flowing lunges. Ragdoll step in. Roll up to stand. Take your arms up high. Deep breath in. Bring your hands to heart. So we're gonna move through some sun salutations now. As we move, bring the kindness to your body, to yourself, by really paying attention. Like really feel every step that you take, every breath, and the way it affects the pose. Reach up, take a deep breath. Bow forward, let it out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plank pose, breathe out. Big inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. Up dog, lift your chest. Down dog, push back. Walk up to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold in. Reach up, deep breath in. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Plank. Pause, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Walk or hop up to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold in. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Plank. Pause it. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Walk forward. Halfway lift. Fold in. Reach up high. Chair pose. Just going into some beads with equal amount of attention and awareness. Over exaggerate what you do in an effort to really understand it in your own body. So you'll sit a little lower. And that was the reason why I said I didn't want to say be easy, right? You'll sit a little lower and you'll breathe a little bigger. Take a breath in. Bow forward, breathe out. Come up halfway, breathe in. Plank, breathe out. Deep breath in. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Step 1 foot forward. Warrior 1, rise up. Now bend your front knee in a way that you feel it, you know, that you feel something happen in your quad muscles. There's 4 muscles that make up your quad, and it's easy to miss more than half of them. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up dog, breathe in. Feel it in your chest. Down dog, breathe out. Other side, warrior 1. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Let's go one more sun bee. Walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Hold into your legs. Chair pose, big inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway up, chaturanga. Up dog, bring it. Down dog, bring it. 1 foot forward, warrior one. Chaturanga. Notice your hands on the floor as they hold you. Up dog, down dog. Other side, warrior one. Feel your foot hit the ground and rise up. Chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing. Take one leg to the sky. Bend your knee up high and then move your knee higher to the sky. Push into your bottom foot until you feel your top leg go higher. Yeah, that's it. Flip your dog, turn yourself upside down. Easy on your way back around, plank. Side plank, face either way. Look up at your top hand and pull yourself up toward the sky. Plank. Step 1 foot forward and rise up, lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. So listen, instead of hooking your arm over your leg like we do often for twists, literally just turn toward your front leg. So you're gonna stay upright with hands at heart, turn toward the front leg. So it's like your belly button is turning in the way of your front leg. Perfect. Now bend your front knee a little bit more. Keep your front hand on your heart and open the back arm behind you, like half of water wheel. And twist, use your back arm to open more. So the back arm, and get really specific with you because I really want you to pay attention to your heart. Your back arm is gonna switch to your front arm when we go to warrior two. So turn to warrior two, switch hands, hand on heart, back arm back. So front hand on heart, back arm back. Yeah, you got it. So each hand represents something different, yin and yang, right? So a little bit of balance from each side to the heart center. Plank pose. Big deep breath in. Drop all the way to the mat, come down. Reach back, lift up, locust pose. Turn your palms in the back to face down. And then imagine I'm back there and you're pressing down into my hands. Lift your chest up a little higher. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog. Lift your other leg to the sky. Bend your knee. Move your knee higher to the ceiling. Push into your foot until your other leg goes higher. Flip dog. Plank pose. Your second side, side plank. So before in the first side, we relied on the top hand to pull us up. Now I want you to look down at the bottom hand, look at it, push into it, and feel the rebound in your body. Feel yourself go higher by looking and pushing into the bottom hand. Plank. Step your other foot to the top and rise up, lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. Stay upright and twist toward your front leg. Toward it, go that way. Yeah. Take your back arm open like half of windmill or water wheel. And so remember, in a moment, when we go to warrior two, it's a swap of the hands. So you go from having one to the other on the heart. Now spin to warrior two, switch hands, other arm goes back. Awesome. And bend into your front knee a lot. Remember, you want to feel all four parts of that quad muscle on the top of your thigh. Plank pose. Take a huge breath in. Exhale all the way to the ground, drop down like hydraulics. Locust pose, lift up. Don't catch them, just bend your knees so your feet go toward the sky, and then lift your feet higher so your knees move away from the earth. And again, imagine you're pushing down into my hands with your hands and your chest comes higher. Push down with the arms. Up dog, plant your hands, pull yourself up, deep breath in, down dog. Walk your hands and feet together in the middle of your mat. Chair pose, come on up. Bring hands to heart center. Breathe a deep breath in. Chair twist. Actually hook your elbow over your thigh this time. Come to the center. Stay low in chair, but throw your arms up to the sky. Take a huge breath in. Twist to the other side. So if you pay really close attention, a huge chunk of the action in this pose is happening right there in your third chakra, right there in that uppermost part of your core as you push into your leg and twist from there. Come to center. Cross one leg over top. I know your legs are burning, but stay with it. Eagle legs. You do hands at heart or do eagle arms. Okay, eagle pose. Perfect. Zoomies, here's a great example of two options for arms. Catherine's got hands, Julie's got eagle arms going. Unravel, shake it out. Chair pose. Bring your hands to heart. Take a huge breath in. Think about this, right? If I was to say twist, you have a default side that you go to first. So take a deep breath in and go to the not default side first. Keep your bottom hand near your heart and take your upper arm to the sky. Use the bottom hand to keep your attention on your heartbeat and your upper hand to pull you upward so you can breathe bigger. Then come to the middle, stay low, but throw your arms up, huge breath in. Other side twist. Lower hand at heart, upper hand in the sky. Stay with the burn, stay with it. Heartbeat and breath flow. That's where your whole attention is right now. Come to center. Almost done. Other leg on top, eagle. Almost done, almost done. It's like 5 more breaths, okay? You got it. You got it, you got it. Take a huge breath in. Don't leave yet, breathe out. Huge breath in. Okay, shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. Yogi squat. So different than our little squat from the beginning. Feet are wide and toes are turned out here. So feet wide, toes turned out, knees wide too. If you want a block to sit on, just put it right under your bum like a chair and sit on your block. You do not have to have your feet flat. You can totally be on your toes. Put a little pressure on your hips by pressing your elbows into your knees. Stay on your feet or come onto your hands, crow. Crow's the same shape you're in right now. You just change what you're doing with your hands and feet to the other. So come off your feet and onto your hands with your knees still tucked into your arms. With your knees still wide. Maybe you pick 1 foot up off the earth. 1 foot's amazing. 1 toe, okay, is amazing. Come onto your back. Take your time. Come onto your back. Give your knees a hug when you get there and a little rock and roll up and down your spine. Rock from your head to your tailbone a couple times, and then catch yourself up in boat pose. Make it like a little game with yourself. And then rock back again and catch again. Pause and hold, and then rock back and catch. And a couple times. Now, as you catch, I want you to put your whole attention on 3rd chakra. You can even put your hands there and try to catch from there, the uppermost core. Try to rock from there too. Couple more, like maybe 1 or 2 more catches. And then you'll stay in boat. Take your arms up, take your legs up as much as they'll go. Hold it there. Grab your feet, bend your knees as much as you need, and then kick into your hands. Stretch upward. Everything moves upward. Turn your eyes up, lift your chest up. Butterfly legs, fold forward. So you can slide your feet in closer to you. That's going to take you deeper into the uppermost inner groin muscles, or slide them further And that's gonna get you more into like the outermost hamstring, so back of the thigh. So closer or further. All right, 2 options. All right, so we're gonna take dancer's pose. You can come onto your belly and take a laying down dancer. Let me show you that one. You grab one foot and roll onto your side. Okay, dancer here on your side. Or come up onto your feet and take it as a balance. So on your belly, it's a big stretch, it's a big back bend. And on your foot, feet upright, it's a balance, right? So you're working, both things are important. You choose. You wanna lay and get a big stretch, or you wanna work your balance a little bit right now. Dancer's pose. And then in either one, you wanna feel the stretch across the front of your thigh, so quads and hip flexors, and the squeeze in the layers of glutes. All right, so kick back enough until you feel it in your bum. Sometimes you really have to put effort into pushing your foot into your hand to get those glutes to light up. There's 3 layers you're looking for right there. The big one everybody knows, a smaller one underneath it, and then an even smaller one kind of like to the side a little bit, under and to the side a little bit. Switch legs. So if you pay attention to what you're also getting out of dancer when you really effort the leg is the same concept I just described, but in your lowermost chakras and especially the third. So the front stretches and the back squeezes. As you kick back and activate the glutes, like I was saying, the back of your body squeezes too, right? So mid back is like the back door to your third chakra. You're opening the front, squeezing the back. Okay, release. Now you can take this standing up. You could take it on your knees. You could also take it laying down. You're gonna do a back bend and a forward bend, kind of like a cat cow. So wherever you go, lay, knees. I'll do it on knees so you can see that one. Lay or knees or standing. So you're gonna do back bend and like cat pose, forward bend. Not a forward fold, right? It's like a rounding, okay? So a couple breaths in each one. A back bend, hands on hips type of thing. And a forward bend, couple breaths in each. On your back, on your belly, on your knees, standing up. It works everywhere. It looks different in all those places, but it works everywhere. Okay, so do 2, maybe 3 couple breaths in each one. And then we will meet in bridge pose. So whenever you're done, forward and back bend. Then you go bridge, put your block under you if you feel like it. For supported bridge or a regular bridge, no block. 'Breathe all the way in till the belly stretches because your inhale is so big. And breathe all the way out. Come on down. Get the block out from under there. Cross one ankle over your thigh, pigeon on your back. Now you could leave your foot on the ground, or you could hug your knees in. You could also place your foot on the wall. Two main ways to toggle the sensation. The more you flex your foot that's crossed, the more you're gonna feel it deep under the glutes in the piriformis muscle. Little tiny muscle, huge sensation. So the more you'll feel it deep in the inner hip. The other way is to bring your legs closer to your chest. So the more you hug in, then the more you're gonna feel there. So foot flex and toward your chest hug, okay? And of course, the opposite to feel less flex, less hug. Switch legs. Stretch your legs up to the sky. And very similar to how we did in boat pose, grab your feet, bend your knees as much as you need to grab your feet, and then kick up into your hands. Doesn't matter. The point isn't even to get your legs straight. Just kick up into your hands till you feel the tug on your hamstrings and on your shoulders too. And then let go of your hands and really put effort into stretching and straightening your legs up toward the sky. Press your heels up toward the ceiling. And roll all the way down till you're flat. Make plenty of space from the wall for yourself. Let's do crescent moon stretch on your back. So take your arms overhead, then you lean your arms over to one side. Just like you do standing up, you're stretching over one way and your hips go the other way. So you end up looking like a banana shape in this pose. Breathe big into your side. Take a huge breath all the way into your ribs, down your hip. Feel it in your hip. Other side. Move your arms over. Move your legs over. Big side stretch, big crescent moon. Big deep breath in. Bring it all back to middle, hug your knees. And take it into supine twist. Drop your knees over to one side. Switch. Lay flat, get comfy. Bring both hands onto your third chakra, right above your belly button. Connect deeply with you. The people who need you, and they need you at your best. For this moment, imagine just like the extra outer layers peeling off. Take a full breath in. Hold it at the top. Drop your hands, exhale out. Shavasana. Stretch overhead, take a breath. Hug your knees, breathe it out, squeeze it out. Make your way to a seat. Bring your hands to heart center. One Om. Oh. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks so much. Thanks, Zoomies.
Thank you.
You're welcome. BRBYTTs. Thank you. You're welcome. Tell Jessica, sending my love for the pup.
She'll be
All
on the
good.
road for recovery.
So she keeping it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really great story. I probably had her like 2 months. So we didn't like have her big party. I saw the regular coaching, kind of looking off of the trash cans. Someone was wrestling around. So they're watching her reaction to it. And they're like, what's going on with the trash can? It's what looks like a Frenchie. Baby,
oh my
8 weeks old.
gosh.
It looks fat.
Get out of here.
And she's like, I think I just found this Frenchie in the trash. And we're like, only you. She already has 3 dogs. She's big into Shar-Pei rescue, but she'll take anybody.
Yeah. Wow.
So they found her and she said they went like immediately to Banfield, and even the people there were like, you found her in the trash? Because she looked like a full-on Frenchie.
Yeah. She's like a $2,000 dog.
And she didn't even know this. A couple other people in our family had either already gotten a Frenchie or had ordered Frenchies. So now outside of this one, there's 3 Frenchies in the family.
Oh my gosh.
So she's had her, I'd say maybe 2 months. She's starting to get really leggy and she's not nearly as fat as the other Frenchies. So she's thinking she's Frenchie Boston.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I can't believe that though.
So she was
Bye.
See you later. Got my butt up today.
Yay.
I think she was either wrestling with one of the other 3 big dogs or maybe jumped off the couch or something and hurt her leg.
Oh man. Whoa. Okay. I thought they found it. Okay. Got it.
So she didn't show any signs of it being broke, but then the whole thing is, how does Frenchie Boston mix come to be, I mean, in the trash?
Right. Exactly.
And I'm like, I think
maybe
somebody
it
probably
started.
had to have stolen her maybe to begin with and then ditched her. And like I said, even the people at the vet were just like, so where did you
Yeah,
find her?
it's so weird. Oh my
I
God.
feel like there has to be something kind of sketch for her to end up by the trash.
Yeah.
So they're determined to keep her. I don't think she was hurt when they found her because it took a couple weeks for her to display any signs of her
Got
leg
it.
problem. And it kind of went away. And we went away for the weekend and she had a dog sitter there and she came back and she's like, she's not putting any weight on.
Wow.
So now they're like, you have to do the surgery now. So
Holy cow.
she's just scrambling trying to figure it all out. But I know she will.
All right. Well, I'll see you next week.
Thank you. So I think I will get a basket of her shirts.
Yeah,
Just have them in here.
yeah, perfect. Yeah, yeah.
Start showing it up in advance so we can see.
Yeah, be able to check it, yeah. Okay, you're welcome. Hello. Someone just told me that, I don't know if you guys could hear her through my microphone, but these two chickies come together every week, and her girl couldn't come because they found a Frenchie dog in a Publix bag, like a grocery bag, tied up in a trash can. How nuts is that? Like, I feel like
Fuck, that's so.
Bye.
People suck.
I know. What?
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I'm like, wow, she found a dog. Like, that's so crazy. The dog's so lucky. And then she just told me, like, I'm like, what? Like you hear that kind of weird stuff in the news or something, but like to know someone, I guess. Anyway, crazy. I'm
Yeah.
just glad she found it. Yeah, I'm reading what you wrote, Catherine.
Oh, I'm writing it in my book.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You can share out loud in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Catherine, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's me time when you're on the mat, but it's me time because I need to be better. I can be better for all the things I've got going on in my life. So it's important to remind your students of that stuff. Okay. What else? What you writing down, Abby?
I wrote about, though we've been concentrating on third chakra, you bringing up the heart chakra in a lot of the poses, integrating heartbeat with breath, and thinking about the lower chakras, lower part of the body we work on, and the upper one, but being mindful of that beat. That was amazing, actually, and I felt like it controlled my breath, like went with the heartbeat. And that also feeling and working the third chakra while in down dog. And the rocking and holding in the boat and like getting into position and holding. That I thought was very cool. The active and then the stillness.
Awesome. About Julie or Sophia?
It's interesting because you said at one point to put your hands on your third chakra, and I could feel my heartbeat in my third chakra just for what we had done up to then. I'm like, oh, there it is.
That's cool.
And I also like the very beginning that you said to be kind, which is always, a hard thing to remind oneself. But the careful, like 2 L's, not 1 L, like careful, not careful, but careful.
Yeah. Bye. Have fun wherever you guys are headed. No, you don't have to lock me in. See ya. You're welcome. Yeah. Really good. Really good. Julie, you got anything? Thanks for being my demo people, Julie and Catherine. You guys rocked it without even knowing.
I lost you for a little bit in the beginning. I was in down dog for a really long time and it had to come like, is it frozen? Hell yeah, it was frozen.
Oh, shit.
Yep, whoops.
Julie. Yeah, that sounds about right. One of
Yeah,
my very best friends. No, go ahead.
No, I was just, you might be hearing him too, because he's getting his pants changed. But yeah, and also the third chakra of being the best of you so that you can care for, be kind to others. Yeah, it's where I am right now.
Yep.
It's all good.
One of my very best friends. I have like two you know, I have like, you know, a handful of people I've been friends with for like 10 years, 20 years since I was a kid, you know, very little kid, whatever. And one of them just had a baby. So I feel like I'm feeling it through her. Obviously, I don't have any kids, but like we would text like 24/7, and literally I haven't heard from her in 2 months. Like, are you
Oh.
still alive? Like, and she, you know, and she's breastfeeding, so it's absolute insanity. And he feeds like every 20 minutes. Just like they tell you you're gonna have like 30 on, 30 off. No.
No, it's more
So,
like 30 hours on. I know. My
yeah.
daughter, yeah, my daughter's really doing awesome with it, and we're just taking turns. That's little Evan. He doesn't like having his
Oh.
pants changed, but yeah, it's a level of exhaustion you can't imagine.
Yeah, I know. I can tell
Oh,
with
new
her.
baby, new baby cry. Such a new
Woo!
baby cry.
I also
Cool.
think though, like,
Yeah.
it's a level of exhaustion you can't imagine, but it's also this like weirdly fun, sleep deprived, like you never get it back. So I'm interested to know what that like feels like as a grandma. Like, because I'm
Mm.
done. I'm not having any more kids. I won't know until I'm a grandma. But yeah, it's like this really, really bizarre time in your life that is like really challenging. Oh
Oh my.
my God. Evan.
And his sister came home from school yesterday. She's almost 3, and she was doing sun salutations with me yesterday.
Aw,
Yes, she's
cuties.
awesome. Yes, so we do. So I was teaching her bridge, and we were doing our stretches too. So she's just getting.
Yeah,
This is Evan Roger. He is 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days old.
4 days, holy moly.
Wow. Yeah,
All right,
my 8-year-old is like my original yoga student. I said, come on, Liv. I gotta teach 10 Sundays. Let's go.
That's fun. My dog is my original yoga student. My plants, my dog, you know. Cool. I love it. Well, yeah, so like main topic, you guys kind of drove it home. I talked a lot about third chakra, but I also did mention 4 in there a little bit too. You'll be talking about that kind of soon. But you know, third chakra, big driving forces and themes are, you know, self, connection to self, mainly like making yourself stronger from your core and in your truth so that you can be bigger and be better in your life and for the people you care about. So this is a powerful one, you know, and the most common poses to use for third chakra are core poses. So we did that little rocking boat. I don't usually do a lot of core in here. It's a little bit more like limited mobility crowd, older crowd that comes to this class in person. So I just kind of keep it, actually, you know, core is important, but I do it in different ways, I should say. I don't do like crunches and things like that. We do it more like in planks. And I mean, you guys take this class, so you know a little bit, but because they're a little bit like not on the do 200 crunches and 45 leg lifts side, then so we get core through other things like plank, a lot of one-legged, you know, I do a lot of like step back with one leg here in this class, really just working on like functional core movements with them. Anyway, so you can get core in a lot of things, but one of the big things that we did today that I tapped into third chakra that was a little out of the box was dancer.
I was gonna
Yeah.
mention dancer because like I said, like I'm just so I have PMDD, which basically just means that my body's like super sensitive to like hormonal changes. And so today it was like just getting here was kind of like the challenge. And I love dancer. Like when I always say it's my favorite pose, because it's like really challenging, but like when when I'm in it and I really like reach my edge, I feel like so powerful. Like it makes me feel so like that's like the most powerful that I feel in my practice when I'm really there and present and dancer. And today you were like, you could take it laying down. And I was like, what? You could take it laying down. And so I tried it. And it was a little awkward at first, like trying to get that same kind of like stretch across my quad. But like really pushing back into my hand and like I felt my glutes squeeze and it was like empowering to be like, okay, maybe I don't feel like 100% my best self today, but I can still do this pose that makes me feel really good about me.
That's amazing. And that's such good insight for your students because, you know, people are going to need all kinds of modifications, you know. You just kind of like never know what's going to come up in class. So it's amazing to feel that in your own body as like a empowering modification, especially because it seems like, you know, getting on the floor and laying down wouldn't be so empowering, but it really can be. Yeah, so you know, key component physically with dancer is when you kick your foot into your hand, that leverage gets you the quad stretch and the hip flexor stretch, which I didn't type there, but it's quads and hip flexors. And then it squeezes the glutes. Anytime something is stretching, something else is squeezing. So we brought awareness to that. But then the third chakra part, which was the really interesting part, is when you kick back hard enough and, you know, the whole front of your thigh is getting that long stretch and you feel it up into your hip, then you start to feel it into your belly and you're getting up into third chakra. And then on the alternative side, the back door to the chakra, when you're squeezing the glute at that level and you're really like working to kick back and pull yourself back, and then you're feeling the front stretch, you're squeezing the mid back too. You're squeezing the back door to the third chakra. Any back bend is going to do that for the most part, unless it's like really, really gentle. But for the most part, back bends are going to get you there. Yeah, Julie, it probably does because you aren't distracted by the balancing part of it. So yeah, if you didn't read the chat, you guys, she was saying laying down could make it easier to contract the glutes, and totally it can because you're not focused on not falling over.
But it's interesting because you're then balancing on that bottom leg, like when you're lying down. Like it's not
Yeah.
easy.
No,
Like,
yeah.
you know, it's and that's what I'm finding is when you give these modifications, like, oh, like the standing one's hard, but if you need a modification because you can't do the hard one, then do the easy one. And these modifications that I'm like, oh, I'm feeling something different in this one, you know, than I would if I was standing, because if you're standing, you just like push up and like, but when you're on that hip, you're kind of wobbling and like, okay, now I'm trying to
Yeah.
kick back and I'm wobbling on that hip. So I, you know, they're not necessarily the easy button.
Right. Really good point. And in that exact light, I've shifted to saying A and B. So like I'll say pigeon A is face down and pigeon B is on your back, so that it doesn't say like the alternative option or the modification or something. Like it's not even an alternative. It's just pigeon A and pigeon B, just like there's warrior 1 and there's warrior 2, or there's, you know. So I've been saying that and it seems to really work well. And I also usually say something like even today, no, we didn't call it a modification. I just said like, take it standing up or take it laying down. And then sometimes I'll say like, it's the same exact pose, just a different orientation with gravity. So I'll say that. And I'll say something like gravity, you know, your orientation changes what happens in the pose. So it's the same pose, but you might have a little more of this or a little more of that type of thing. So I'll say those things sometimes. And you know, and also it's all just in like the way, I don't know why I'm ranting about this, but it's all just in the way you create the space anyway, to where like, if you're saying like, you know, if you can't reach the floor, use a block. Like there's a big difference between saying like, you know, put your hand on the floor, put your hand on a block, you know? So it's all in that too. But yeah, no, it's just such an amazing point too that you make, because it's good to know that it's kind of like ties in with what Catherine said too. Like it's great to know that it's not just like you laying down and doing like a blah type pose. There's still this whole empowering component, because there's a challenge, there's a stretch, there's a strengthening, there's the whole, you know, you can still hit all the parts. Even like there's one in yin that we use where it's like that stretch, dancer stretch, but you put, I don't know if you all learned this yet, but you take the strap over your foot, and then the strap, you're laying on your belly, and then you hold the strap here. It's hard, like it's really hard to hold. You're like holding the weight of your leg in your hands, which is like, you know, more than you would think. So it's like, even that one like seems like some easy modification, but it's hard.
There's a cat. Julie, there's a cat.
That's Toonses.
Oh,
You
the
remember
one that
Episode?
drives.
Toons is the driving cat, yes.
That's right.
Originally from the Manhattan SPCA, so she got her name after SNL. And she's really good with the babies. She doesn't bother them. She just looks at them from afar. Good kitty.
Oh, cutie. Any questions about any of that? Modifications, third chakra, fourth chakra, which I tied in, but we didn't talk a whole lot about it, but we did do hand in hand, which is always nice. And that little kind of nugget about the bridge, fourth chakra being the bridge, and it's what connects you, your lower, which is you, and your upper, which is God. But I didn't say God in class. I just say source or universe or whatever.
Which is
but it's all the
awesome.
same thing.
I love that.
Yeah, it works. It, you know, it helps it make it fit and feel good for everyone. And then heart is the in between.
No, this was great.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to see you all.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.